Venice, Florida's best and worst neighborhoods aren't always what you'd expect. In Welland Park, lifestyle is the norm. You're gonna see people out at all hours of the day, walking, jogging, cycling, riding their golf carts through the Playmore district. On Venice Island, morning starts with waves and coffee on historic streets where Saturday morning farmers markets are the norm. And in South Venice, wide open lots mean boats on the driveway, more custom homes, and the freedom from HOA rules, along with a few surprises clients just don't always see coming. Every neighborhood has its perks and trade-offs. Knowing which is the key to finding the lifestyle that really feels like home.
I've helped countless clients move to Venice, and one pattern is clear. No two communities here play by the same rules. Some surprise you with hidden costs like capital contribution, etc. That's why it's important to read in between the lines. Others win people over with the charm they didn't expect, and a few are already changing fast, setting themselves up to look very different in the next few years. That's why this video isn't just about naming neighborhoods. It's about cutting through the hype and showing what day-to-day life really feels like here. The details that matter once the photos fade. And once you see those differences laid out, you may start looking at Venice in a whole new way.
Welland Park is the neighborhood everyone brings up first. And honestly, we get why. It doesn't feel like a neighborhood, it feels like its own city. We've walked clients through here on Sunday mornings when golf carts crowd the street, parents like me balancing iced lattes while kids are pulling them towards the kettle corn booth at the farmer's market. A live band's playing under the banyan tree, neighbors are walking their dogs, swapping pet stories, and families are fishing on the lake. That's Welland Park. It runs on its own rhythm. There are more than a dozen neighborhoods in the Playmore district, each with a totally different vibe. Some are polished with pools and pickleball, others have their own restaurants. One client said, "It kind of feels like reliving my childhood with everyone out on the street stopping by and saying hi to each other." And honestly, I feel the exact same way living there too. Now here's the part to surprise people. HOA and CDD fees are a real thing in Welland Park. They can be a cost some people weren't aware of. And with the area projected to top 22,000 homes and over 50,000 residents when it's all said and done, you've got to expect some ongoing construction and busier roads. But that growth is also what makes it exciting. Downtown keeps adding restaurants, boutiques, fitness spots. Things like the Kids Foam Party and Wine Festival are pulling in people from all over Sarasota County. Welland Park doesn't just borrow culture from anywhere else, it's building its own. And if you're wondering whether Welland Park fits your lifestyle you're picturing, that's where we come in. We're Heather and Lisa. We're your local real estate advisors. We live here in Venice. We work here in Venice. We've helped so many clients find the perfect neighborhood for them. All of our contact information is in the description below. Call, text, or email us anytime and we would be happy to help.
If Welland feels like a city with rules, South Venice is the wild card. Every street has its own personality, and one yard might hold a boat, next a stack of kayaks, and a few doors down, a vegetable garden. A neighbor once told us, "We don't need an HOA. We keep an eye on each other." That's South Venice, independent but still connected. Lots here are bigger than most parts of Venice, especially driving along Alligator Drive or near Inglewood Road. That's why you'll see RVs, trailers, and boats parked openly in driveways, and while there's no resort, pool, or clubhouse, locals make up for it. Many join the Freedom Boat Club, which gives you guys the freedom of not worrying about where you will store your boat. Nature weaves through daily life. Lemon Bay Preserve cuts across the area with trails under the tall pines. Lizards are wandering around, gopher tortoises wander the paths, and you may even see a gator or two, guys. Freedom does come with trade-offs. If you don't mind managing your own lawn and irrigation, you'll appreciate the flexibility here. More homes are on septic and well systems in South Venice. For many, that balance of independence and practicality is exactly what makes the neighborhood stand out. So what would you lean towards? Freedom and flexibility, or the structure of a planned community? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear which lifestyle feels like you. And the contrast here is sharp, because just minutes away, you move from boats and driveways to brick streets, old Florida architecture, and a community that feels like it's been gathering for generations.
Downtown Venice isn't just the city center, it's the soul of the area. Walk down Venice Avenue on a Saturday night and you'll hear live music spilling out of the many restaurants. You're gonna see strung lights glowing above sidewalks while crowds gather at tiki bars. Residents that live close by roll up on their golf golf carts, and tourists spend time perusing the counters of Kilwins, eyeing what fudge treat they're gonna buy. Living on the island means your backyard is the golf and your front yard is a street festival. It's one of the few places in Florida where you can actually live a walkable lifestyle. You can bike to the beach in the morning, browse boutiques in the afternoon, and grab dinner under the lights by night. And the architecture, those red tiled roofs and archways make the island feel timeless. Like history isn't just preserved here, it's lived here. The daily rituals give it away. Locals grabbing gelato at Venice Creamery after dinner, sunset walks along Venice Beach as a sunset. This is where everyday life feels like a vacation. And the traditions are uniquely Venice. Every spring, the Shark Tooth Festival takes over downtown. And in December, Holiday Boat Parade lights up the inner coast with crowds packing the bridges to watch. It's actually a really fun event. I highly recommend going if you haven't been there yet. These aren't just events, they're part of what makes the island life feel like a true community. Now, this charm does come with trade-off. Homes here are pricier, parking during season can really test your patience. We've circled plenty of times ourselves, but that's exactly why values here hold strong. Demand for charm and walkability, it never goes out of style. And while the island thrives on history and tradition, just across town, you're gonna find neighborhoods that flip the script. Private and polished, built with resort-style lifestyles in mind.
Most people pass by the gated entrances around Venice without even thinking twice, but step inside and you'll find neighborhoods with a distinct and easygoing rhythm. The change is immediate. Streets are tidy and calm, golf carts are gliding by like second cars, and morning walks often include the sight of herons by the lakes. In the early mornings, you'll hear the soft pop of pickleball, laughter drifting from patio dinners, and neighbors gathering for sunset happy hours. Not every gated community here is out of reach. Sawgrass offers peaceful cul-de-sacs and winding water views, while Venice Golf and Country Club is known for its vibrant social calendar, wine tastings, tournaments, and dinners that neighbors turn into fast friends. Of course, gated living does come with its trade-offs. HOA and club fees help keep everything pristine, and guidelines like how lawns are maintained or exterior colors are chosen to protect both curb appeal and resale value. So which lifestyle feels more you? The freedom of a non-HOA neighborhood or the polished privacy and community spirit behind the gate? Venice has options for both.
So which neighborhood really wins? The answer might surprise you, because in Venice, it's not just about one winner. It's about how each piece adds to the bigger picture. Welland Park hums like its own city with new schools, shopping plazas, and trails woven into master plan streets. South Venice is pure freedom, kayaks leaning against fences, boats tucked into driveways, and people living as they please. On the island, red-tiled roofs frame the streets where church bells mix with live music and Shark Tooth festivals pack the parks. Gated gems trade freedom for polish, sprinklers ticking at sunrise, golf carts humming by day, and yes, pickleball really is the soundtrack of the evening. Venice isn't just a contest, it's a mosaic. Every neighborhood adds a tile, and the full picture is what makes it shine. That's the beauty of Venice. Every area in the city has its own vibe, and you can't really go wrong. And just when you think you've seen the whole picture, there's another twist. How these neighborhoods are preparing for the future. From flood protection to sustainability to building smarter against Florida's changing landscape.
The truth is, there's no one perfect neighborhood, only the one that fits your life. And we've seen it right here in Venice. People walk away from bigger, flashier neighborhoods because they realize what they really want are those kayaks in the yard, space for your boat or jet ski, or just being close enough to want a bike ride or walk to the beach. So here's the takeaway. The only wrong move is waiting too long or picking based on someone else's priorities. That's where we come in. We're real estate advisors here in Venice, and we help people find the lifestyle, not just the house that actually fits. You can call us, text us, or email us anytime. All of our info is in the description below, and we'd love to connect with you. And we want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell us which lifestyle feels most like your vibe. If you're not done yet, we've lined up a playlist right here with more Venice deep dive tours and tips to help you get clear on your next move. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.